Welcome, everyone. TheDailyWoo here. As the recording of this, it is Monday, November 18th, 2024. I'm out standing outside of the hotel I'm staying at, the Flamingo, the Las Vegas Strip. I think I'm going to do some outside Vegas proper stuff today. And go on the outskirts, maybe find some other towns just on the outskirts of Vegas, and just see where the day leads. I might end up back here a little later this afternoon. I'm just kind of winging it. This has been definitely a impromptu trip, no real game plan, but I'm definitely finding a lot to do each and every day, and I'm sure today will be no exception. I'm inviting you to join me. Shall we? All right, first stop is over here at Red Rocks. Now, I've been to Red Rocks in Colorado, but never Red Rocks in this area. Take a look at this. I guess there's a lot of tortoises, so if you're driving, check under cars before moving. But take a look at the scenic beauty over here of Red Rocks. It's probably a half hour outside Vegas. Little gift shop here. I'll pop in the gift shop, maybe grab a magnet, and then check out the scenic views. The visitor center is pretty nice here on the little outside of it. Also, I got this turtle magnet right there for my metal cabinets in my garage when I finally get home. This is supposed to symbolize fire right here. But yeah, just look how beautiful those mountains over there are, or the Red Rocks, I should say. All right, so there's a little lookout tower over here as well. So speaking of turtles, off in the distance is Turtle Head Peak. The reason I know that is it shows it right here. You can see right there, looks like a turtle head. The turtles are a big part of Red Rocks here. In fact, that peak is right there. See a little turtle head peeking up over there? Turtle Head Peak. This is the way to do it right here. This old bus been converted. It's got the solar panel up on top. Nice. People hiking all through the boulders over there, through the rocks. And you can see how they get very red. Calico Hills. All right, that might be the most unusual umbrella I've ever seen. It's like a sunbrella. Look at that. It's like almost like a big piece of tinfoil he's holding on a stick. It's in a rectangular form. I gotta get me one of those. And right near where I just was is a little community called Blue Diamond. Little basketball courts over there. Some heavy machinery of some sort. But take a look at the Village Market right here. Here in Blue Diamond. This is the Village Market Mercantile. I wonder if anyone here with the name of Phillips. If you had the last name Phillips, would you be Blue Diamond Phillips? Phillips from Blue Diamond? It's a bad joke. The Village Market and Mercantiles. Also, the Sheriff Department. What if the Sheriff's last name was Phillips? Any outlaws that came through? Oh, you gotta beware. Beware of Blue Diamond Phillips. I don't want to run that into the ground, but yeah. All right, this is pretty interesting. There used to be a big tree out in front of the village store. Some people taking photos here from 1949. And then take a look at this news clipping. A 2-year-old plunges 500 feet down a cliff and lives. I'm not seeing anyone named Phillips. However, there is a Phelps. That's close to Phillips. Blue Diamond Phelps. All right, the machinery outside, I'm gonna go take a look at it when I walk back outside. It's called a Joy Drill. It prepares holes for blasting in the mine on the hill from 61 to the mid-1970s. This is a mining town. Oh, dang, this area has been used in some films, including this classic. Oh God, there's also the sequel, Oh God, You Devil. Apple Dumpling Gang Rides Again? was filmed in this area? There you go, the photo I saw inside. Little mercantile. This is it, the old Joy machinery. And here's a little more info on it. The Joy drill, as stated. The operator would watch to see what would come up after blasting. When the dust turned to white to beige, it indicated the end of the deposit. Not sure exactly what that means, but yeah. The little bells and whistles, the gears, the knobs, the seat belt right there. You never know what you're going to find in some of these little small towns. I'm not going to walk past this because it does say private property. There's a park here. And it has some interesting things in there. It's like a little barbecue area, I guess, for some of the locals. But take a look at the sign right here. That's their slogan. All right, made it way out. A very quiet, secluded area out in the desert a bit. Pretty good, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 miles from where I just was. This is Quijo, who was buried here in 1919 next to some cathedral ruins. Renegade Indian. He survived alone. He was laid to rest here. This is kind of an interesting thing. It's called Cathedral Canyon because there was a little cathedral built down here in the canyon, and there's the remnants of it, the relics of it are down there. I think I'm gonna go check that out down there. There is some sort of like a little structure here, or at least used to be there, possibly going over to the other side of the canyon. I'm trying to figure out how to get down there. If you look over this way, seems to be a little sculpture here with the head has been removed right over there. And this is the canyon itself. There's like an archway that direction. I'm just looking for a path that leads down there. This is a really neat little gorge here, little canyon. Down here on the lower level, there's like a little archway here, like a metal archway. Probably had some signage or something at one point. Yeah, I'm gonna walk over there in a moment, but I'm noticing over here is like some little dwellings, almost like a couple of rooms of some sort, like over here, built into the side of the cliffs, little cliff dwellings. I don't know what's going on in that one, but some tile work down here. The tile looks to be completely covered by rocks and some sticks, and looks like a lot of leaves. A lot of leaves in here. Oh wow, they even had plumbing. Look at that. Interesting. There's another door there, but I think I'm gonna look at that one. You know, being out here, it's kind of interesting to think that there were probably people living out here, kind of alone with their thoughts in the quiet. Probably was very quiet out here. Really like no noise. You gotta be kidding me. I file that under unusual experiences in the desert, but now it's quiet again. So this is also interesting. Right through here are these almost like look like little windows, but they're not. They're like little boxes all through the cavern, right on the side of the little cliffs, the canyon there, like right there. And then you got up here as well. Pretty amazing through here. Honestly, this is definitely different. I'm noticing the little sculpture. It looks like it has like holes. The head's removed and the arms removed, but there's also like holes in the torso of the sculpture there that's on that mound. All right, that definitely was an inch. Wait. What the heck? All right, I made it out here even farther than I was. There's kind of like a little oasis here in the desert away from everything. through some cavernous areas to a date farm. I mean, it is kind of in the middle of nowhere. In fact, I think I've crossed over into California. I think I'm actually over the California line now. Deserts of California. So right there, dangling from the trees, is a palm tree, but it's a date palm. Right there. Oh, I'm hearing something in the woods. Look at this. This is like a quintessential image right here of the cactus with the little hillside behind it there. The old classic truck. This place is awesome. This is called China Ranch Dates. China Ranch. They have dates. Classic truck alert. This old shack behind it. Man, I'm loving this. When I drive back out, I'll show kind of the layout of the land it was to get in here. I mean, you would never know this was back in here if you didn't find the info somewhere else. Stumbling on this would be wild. That's such a cool image right there. All right, you got the gift shop, bakery right here. See what they have inside. Maybe I'll get another magnet in here. Word about dates. A date palm is the oldest known cultivated tree crop, dating back to at least 6,000 BC. Look at this. They got samples. Honey dates, black beauty dates, gourmet dates.
Bingo.
That was pretty dang good. The aftertastes are really good on a date. I also hear they're making some date shakes in here, so I might actually get a date shake. Ooh, look at this. I'm kind of tempted to get a whole box of these. Man, those are so good. So good. I don't even know I've ever eaten a date before. I'm going to order my date shake. They're going to make it. Sit over here and nibble on these a little bit. I got a bottle of water. I got those. I also got a magnet. This is the only magnet they had that had their name on it. So grab this little magnet collection. Keeps growing. And they call the name out over there. The trail mix is really good. I'm looking at this. It says, caution. Do not microwave. Contents may be hot. It's not, though. It's a frozen date shake. Just using a cup that says it might be hot. I've never had a date shake before. First time for everything. All right. Yeah, I think this is the first time I've ever had a date shake. It's pretty good. Dates are a lot better than I thought they'd be. Kit Carson slept here, according to the side. Honest. The spring of 1844. Carson was a lead scout for John Fremont and the party of the U.S. soldiers returning from California. Those things look fun. All right, back in the car now. I'm going to point out how unusual the rock terrain is out here. Beautiful. All right, I didn't get too far because I noticed this. A modest museum says. A modest museum. Come on in, still on the property. I didn't notice it when driving in. Pretty neat. A few different items in here. We got some arrowheads maybe, or possible rocks. Right there. Out here in the Mojave Desert. Again, getting in here, it's just wild. You have to go through these caverns. Gotta really want to get some dates. I realizes I'll be crossing over the line into California, only by a couple miles. I gotta head back over to the area I was at, but this is Tecopa, 92389, the zip code. I love this angle here, the post office, little satellite dish, and that old church over there in the distance with the mountains behind it. It's like something out of a TV show, right? The view right there. That's so cool. Quaint little community of Tecopa. The downtowns must be rush hour at the moment. Happening over here. Look at this frisbee golf. There's a frisbee golf stand right here in downtown. That's the 19th hole. This gentleman here is waiting for his rideshare vehicle to show up. Been waiting a while. And there's a wooden carved beer right here. And a random casket. Huh. This is like kind of eerie how empty this is out here. Kind of eerie. It's so quiet. This is one of the coolest looking things, this angle here. This old car wash. Well, it's called a U-Wee wash. There's a classic truck in front of it. Mountain range in the distance. Oh, it's a laundry. It's a laundry facility. Okay. Wow, look at this thing. This is an old laundromat. You can wash and dry. You can dry your clothes for 10 cents. Man, that's cool. That is cool. I don't know if this thing's structurally sound, but wow. I don't know if this thing's structurally sound. Probably not. Wow. Look at this place. Still has the washing machines in it. Man, that's so cool. That is freaking cool. All right, fueling up here. A little self-pumping gas nozzle. Price of gas. How much is the price of gas? $5.86 a gallon. Here in another little town with a vintage, look at this vintage sign over here, this vintage market sign. I think I'm on the cusp of Death Valley, actually. In fact, look at this, like a cowboy on the side of the wall right there. And there's a thing over here that says the famous Crowbar Saloon. The Charles Brown General Store and gift shop right there. And you got the cones. You got this inn with a pool. This is the Shoshone Inn right over there. Yeah, it's very beautiful out here. I've never been through this particular section before. There's the visitor center right over there. It's like a little visitor center with a classic car alert right there. And you got the post office right there where that sign is. All right, this is the oasis where Death Valley begins. Shoshone. Look over here, there's a little mannequin. This gentleman sitting on the little seat here next to the fireplace. So I'm at the cusp of Death Valley. I'm not going to go deep into Death Valley, but I think the date place was in Death Valley. I'm not real familiar with Death Valley, but yeah. There's a snake. This is a great, look at this great old sign. Look at this. It's so good. Even like look up top here, this thing. Yeah, right on the line, right on the California line. Going back into Nevada though. Also, have a little sucker. It's like Telly Savalas. Oh, dang, they have a free wireless hotspot here. Look at that. Oh, here's a layout of the land. Well, not that, that's a classic car. And that's the Crowbar. Famous Crowbar Cafe and Saloon. But this is a layout of the land. I don't see a I am here thing, but yeah, this is all Death Valley National Park. Take a look at that. I'm not sure exactly where. I think I'm like right here. To be honest, I'm not sure. Oh, right here, right here, right here. Right there. I think I'm gonna head up 373, go to there, head back to Pahrump, and then back to Vegas. Just cruising around. No real game plan. Wait a second, am I back in Alaska? Am I back in Alaska? Why are there snowplows here? I'm back in Alaska. All right, gotten to the state line now. Sun is going down over there. This little junction right here is appropriately named. This also looks like it was an old motel that has not been open for many, many years. You can see it over there stretching as a opera house, that says. Interesting. This is Death Valley Junction, Historic District. Right there. This is a vast difference from Alaska. Oh, this is an old hotel. A Margosa Hotel. I don't even think this is open. It might be open. I don't know. Norman. Here's the garage. I hear at the junction. I feel like at one point there might have been gas pumps right here. Usually you can see these little islands that have the markers for gas pumps, but I don't know if there have been gas pumps underneath this little overhang. But it's a possibility. Be dark soon. It's gonna be dark soon out here. The historic crossroads has been used by Indians, clampers, Death Valley 49ers, ranchers, farmers, settlers, and tourists. Reminds me of a quote from Blazing Saddles. I want you to round up every vicious criminal and gunslinger in the West. I want rustlers, cutthroats, murderers, bounty hunters, desperados. Town was originally called Amargosa in 1907. Name change to Death Valley Junction. Interesting. Also curious what's going on with that opera house right over there. Celebration of Marta Beckett, 90th birthday in honor of the love and art of dance for her 50 years of devotion to the Junction. Thank you for your vision of preserving art of the past and for creating the most magical opera house. Also a little plaque over on this one as well. How you doing? Hey. This is pretty neat. The old fire hydrant there. Old school fire hose, windy up thing. A little dispenser here. I don't know if I've ever seen one of those in person. I always see them on like old photos or TV or movies from the era where they use these. Pretty interesting. Also, they're using this pipe system to keep people from driving up in here. I guess it's an active motel because there are some cars over there. That's some people boondocking over there in their cars. We're here at the Junction. Originally built by the Pacific Coast Borax Company in 1924. The original name of the facility was Corkkill Hall. The social junction here in the valley from 24 to 48. Fascinating. All right, this is interesting. There's a dress shop out here. Just like a random store that has mannequins with dresses on. I don't think it's a dress. It's supposed to be a dress shop, but it looks like a dress shop, and it's just right over here. Right at this is State Line Road. I was reading some information on what I thought was a dress shop. They're just display dresses that were used in that opera house. There's also a couple other people pulled up to read the placard over there. Pretty fascinating. Yeah, you got the sun starting to set up. I guess it's already set. You're just getting that the dusk haze. Take a look at this massive cow next to the windmill here. Right here on the state line. So of course, got a casino right over there at the state line. Windmill's not moving at all. Go into the underbelly of the cow, or at least walk up to it and see how big this cow is. Hello, cow. How you doing? So right here is the top of my head. So 12 feet tall, maybe? Good sized cow. Right here on the California-Nevada state line. Playing any slots, cow? Well, you got the eye of the tiger, even though you're a cow. Look, you're very attentive to something over there. Look, it's a cow. It's a big old cow right here on the state line. This is in front of Long Street Inn and Casino. Cow is around the back. I've seen a lot of big cows in my day, but I haven't seen a lot of big roadside pigs. There is one here. Big old pig. Yeah, I would say I have seen 100 to 1 roadside cows. You know, fake ones, big roadside creation. I've seen a lot of regular cows and a lot of regular pigs, but ones that are not real, that are made in huge form like this, but I've never seen a big pig. At least that I can recall. Oh, wow. Wow, look at this. Big old pig. Right there. You could park next, well, you could almost park next. If you had a motorcycle, you could park next to this pig. Right there. That is a big pig. You're taking up an entire parking spot, pig. I know, you want to go back over to Vegas, right? Go to one of those buffets and pig out. Bad joke? Gargantuan fake pig. And the cow is way over there. But the cow looks pretty triumphant there with the the glare of the sunset. It's a pretty triumphant looking cow out here in the desert. All right, I made it over to Pahrump. I think that's how you pronounce the town. Now, nightfall has reared its head, but there's a place here called Coffinwood. It's a residence. And it's basically almost like Halloween time all the time. Because the entire yard has been turned into a makeshift cemetery here. Again, it's very dark. Not a lot of lights, but each of the headstones is kind of illuminated over this way. It's also tough to see too, but there's a bunch of hearses in the yard. Yeah. This is different. Also looks like a little skulls there lining the driveway. Very interesting, though. Let's check it out. I drove a little bit farther towards the town of Pahrump. So one thing is interesting about this area, I guess there's like a lot of brothels. This one is not active. It's like an abandoned one. But evidently, it's allowed out here to facilitate and open these places. And there are still some open. This one's not open. Little staircase right there. Little winding staircase. Dark out here. Take a look at this. There is a big boy here as well. Burgers, shakes, breakfasts. I think the tea is missing over there. And there is a big boy out front as well. My favorite big boy is Bob's Big Boy in Burbank. But this I don't know if it's a Bob. It's just a big boy. It's bobless. It's a bobless big boy. And there he is right there. He's looking down. Oh, he's looking over here. Look at these. These are like in the ground here. Look at these. They're like little missiles. Pretty cool. Bob's Big Boy. This is maybe the only Bob's Big Boy that you could play some slots. I don't know if he's ever won any money, this big boy. But check it out. There's a Terrible's Casino right here. I do love a little big boy. I wonder if they have any merch. Oh, that must be Terrible right there. Look, he's got a little lasso. Oh, no, it's a gas pump. I thought it was a lasso. It's a gas pump. Interesting. This is so wild. Look at this. There's like little missiles are like crammed into the ground there next to the big boy. Now they actually close at 7, and it's 7:02 right now. But But take a look at this. Right up there is Bob's in Burbank, right over there. And there's another Bob's there. This is also in LA. This is Bob's Big Boy Broiler. All right, I've arrived back off the Las Vegas Strip. So back at the Flamingo Hotel where I'm staying. My accommodations during my duration here in Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Good day. Really didn't have a major game plan, but saw a lot, did a lot. Covered a lot of ground. Now I'm back. The Flamingo. That's gonna do it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over.